guys, welcome to Tedi Unscripted with a super special guest that I'm so excited about, Miss Kendra Erica, the beautiful, the amazing, the talented. I am so fangirling. Every time I say like kind of fangirling, this is when I'm like, no, I'm so fangirling over Kendra.
It's like hands flailing.
Exactly. That's when I'm like, okay, I should put on foundation. My face is red. But I'm so excited to have you here and to talk about, and if you guys saw the cafe show this morning, we were talking about how Freddie and Dawn have known Kendra forever. And I only met you a few months ago, so I never got to get the beginning of how you started. I know you grew up right here in Boca. I know you started here in the Little Palm Theater, which is a weird coincidence.
I know. It's sort of surreal being back here. I'm like...
Does it look at all, because nobody we know has ever been here before besides you, does it look like different? Does it kind of have the same setup?
I mean, from what I recall, given I was very young, so you know you're not
That's
as
true.
Observant
Like,
as you are.
everything's huge and white. That's
Everything's
it.
huge and white, and there's like a big like garage, you know.
Yeah.
But I feel I want to say it looks the same, but also different.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, that's my answer for you today on that one.
You know what? I like it. Because we wanted this when we moved in here to feel like a theater, and it was really cool that it was a theater, and it was just the strangest thing. We found out that you and Ariana Grande both started here, and we're like, wow, this is just the land of where the stars begin. So it's really cool that we got to come in here. And speaking of, I want to ask you how you went from starting here into the amazing Billboard chart topper that you are.
Well, I pressed a button and that's what happened.
You know, if it was that easy, I'd be broken finger from that button.
Pressed a button. No, there are many buttons that had to be pressed, especially by different producers and everything. But I started here just doing community theater. I was actually, tone deaf, and my classical coach was the vocal coach, the in-house vocal coach for Little Palm, and so he, his name is Gisbert Hoyer, but he definitely laid a foundation for me vocally, and then I could just elevate from there and just build upon that. So and I just started writing and recording, started performing around here. Renzo, shout out to him, he gave me my start in that whole, local gig, field and arena. But and then every single person that I worked with was a window to another person. And then, I started just collaborating with producers and writers in Los Angeles and New York, and then that's what led to all the Billboard charting.
I mean, you work with amazing producers and songwriters, right? I mean, you've worked with Grammy-winning songwriters and producers. That is incredible.
I was able to keep up, yes.
Keep up is a very low term for you. You have shot the expectations out.
Oh, thank you, yes.
And I have to say...
I was going to say that too, but, just...
I'm just saying, I'll brag for you. It's fine.
Thank you.
And I have to say, before I ever met you, before I ever heard your songs, I remember Freddie and Dawn told me, like, oh, we have a singer coming in. She's really big. And I was just kind of like, oh, a singer. We have lots of singers come in. Like, okay. And I remember the first time I heard your songs, and I was like, wow. Like, this isn't a singer. This is an artist. This is someone who you can tell your music is so different from anything I've ever heard, which is, just the deep... I don't know how you describe it. I love hearing, like, the deep house portion of it mixed with your voice, which is so strange in my world for, like, the deep house of it. It's, again, this is me fangirling over getting to interview you because it's so incredible. And if you've seen the cafe show, our credits are by Kendra Erica. And it is a song, I can see it being at the end of a movie. And that's what I always say because it is so full of emotion and amazing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's Avalanche. I wrote that with Mark Mangold in his studio in New York, and he's like a mad scientist when it comes to like writing and composing music and songs and being an engineer. But the two of us, we concocted that one. So, and that's gonna be released post these C19 times.
Let's hope soon then.
Yes.
Because I don't know. Speaking of, what have you been doing over the quarantine and everything?
Well, I was supposed to be in LA, New York, and Nashville the whole month of March and April and May. However, that switched to remote and virtual, so I was able to still do my collaborations and still do my meetings, but just remotely. So I've written 4 songs so far, virtually and remotely.
That's incredible. And it must be so hard to get the energy because, far away on the computer. Does it affect any of that, or are you guys just, I don't know.
I mean, I don't really get bogged down by certain barriers or anything like that, but for sure it was I would say that the process took a little longer because it's not like you're in the room with someone and you can finish each other's sentences essentially. But yeah, it's just the new way of conducting creativity in business.
Yeah.
So I just had to adapt in that whole thing. So
we were talking about the wonderful thing of recording the TikTok career.
Oh my gosh, yes. No,
So
TikTok is a rabbit hole. I told you, stay away from the Mad Hatter.
I am so addicted to TikTok. I have such it's so embarrassing when you go through, because you can find out how many TikToks you've seen. Mine's over 1 million or something at this point. It's so embarrassing.
Wow. Yeah, you've done a lot of scrolling.
It's so embarrassing. I just scroll through and I'm like, that's so cute. Next. But I saw on your contact page they had TikTok, and I was like, yes, because that is amazing.
Yes.
What are you doing on TikTok? I just want to know what your videos are, because it's amazing.
Well, I get sent ideas from my team. My mom sends me
Your
ideas.
Upcoming fan club that we're going to be creating. Which join the Kendra Erica fan club. I want a high officer position in it.
There's a membership fee, and that's unconditional love. Okay, love and understanding. Hallelujah, amen. But my TikToks are just it's either me just dubbing over a voice, or it's me just cooking or cracking an egg in a pan and cooking it. Which so when I did that, I forgot to put oil in the pan, and when I cooked it, my whole place smelled like a wet dog, and it was horrible. I'm like, my cat was like, "There's a dog in here now." Like,
your cat's freaking out.
She was freaking, and she's like, "There's a dog in here now." I had to get literally my Victoria's Secret spray and spray everything.
They come in handy, and now it's on my annual sale.
Absolutely.
Just gotta refill.
And did you know Victoria's Secret has a sale on face masks?
You know what? Hey Val, our resident pink employee, you want to save me some of those? Because I'm running out. I have my niece staying with me right now, and she's in my bathroom 24/7. And now I walk in, she has 10 face masks in her hand. She's like, and I catch her just froze. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm gonna do these. I'm like, all in one night, 10 face masks one night. I'm like,
does she make them?
Fall. No, it's I have a bunch of sheet masks and the little clay masks and stuff.
Oh yeah,
all of them. I'm running low on them. I had so many. I was like, now I gotta restock, Val.
You gotta up your supply.
Yeah.
It's like 22 Jump Street, up the supply.
Yeah. You know what? That's a good idea. I was going through.
Infiltrate the dealer, find the supplier.
I was gonna infiltrate her bag, be like, where are you getting all these, huh? Because I didn't buy them for you. That one looks familiar. This is the best thing I can imagine, because I'm the youngest sister in my family. That's the closest I can imagine.
Oh, so you're like Michelle Tanner.
Yes, I literally was. I had 3 older sisters, and I tortured them.
But are you Mary Kate, or are you Ashley?
Oh, for sure Mary Kate.
Okay.
Oh, I was Mary Kate all the way. Ashley was too fun.
Oh, yeah.
One of my other sisters she thought she was Ashley. I was Mary Kate. But still beautiful, still amazing. Wish I was Mary Kate. I'm obsessed with them too. I've been going back through all my 90s obsessions. I'm like, Paris Hilton, yes. The Olsen twins, yes. Nicole Richie, maybe. I'm still worried about her.
Yeah.
I know everything, and I'm still worried.
She looked too skinny jogging down the beach that one time.
Yeah. It's like, I respect you as a person.
Tia and Tamara Mowry, yes.
Yes. Oh, queens. Obsessed with them. Tyra Banks. Get your stuff together on Top Model. I don't know. I was going through all the old ones and I was like, ooh, that's scary.
That's rough.
There's some rough ones in there. But all the 90s stuff, and I'm loving the 90s revival that's going on right now.
Oh, for sure.
Ooh.
And I feel like that's when music was like actually alive, you know.
If you ever talk to my boyfriend, he will tell you that I have the worst taste in music because all I listen to is like R&B and hip hop from the 90s.
I literally had a jam out session of old Britney songs.
Yes,
in my car
sometimes.
And honestly, I have not listened to these in so long.
Really?
But the lyrics were just flowing out of me. I was like, I remember this. Like, It was just stored so solidly in my memory.
It's such a big part of who you are growing up. Like, were you an NSYNC kid or were you a Backstreet Boys kid?
Ooh.
Like, it was a war that happened.
Oh, for sure. It's like Apple versus Android.
Exactly. And, like, I'll tell you right now, I was an NSYNC kid. I would have died for Justin Timberlake. I will still die for Justin Timberlake. Like, I loved him. Or, like, I remember Aaron Carter was the biggest thing. And now you look at him now, I'm like, I loved you so much.
It's like,
are you okay?
My first ever concert was Backstreet Boys, and I remember they came out, like, the effects and everything, they came out on this, like, floating stage, like, the stage broke apart, and just went out into the audience, and I was like, wow.
Just straight magic in front
I'm
of
like,
your face.
I'm like, you've got me.
I went to, there was a Jonas Brothers concert here last year, and I remember going to their concert when I was a little kid. And, you know, it was like cute. It was like Jonas Brothers. They were still Disney kids at that time.
Yeah.
And they came out now, and I was like sweating. I was like, oh, these men, and they had a video of them with their kids and their wives, and I was like,
see, that's nice when they implement like the family aspect of it.
It was so
you know,
cute.
so it's not like you're just this persona, like you're a person, and that's what I always strive to be is a person, because you can be a persona all you want, but then it's like okay. It's like Toys R Us. It's like, is there anything, like, in you?
You can be Sasha Fierce all day, but you have to be Beyonce sometimes.
Yeah, you have to be
real deep.
You have to be a person sometimes in order to connect with the world around you on a much deeper scale.
Well, I think it's a big thing with social media right now is, I don't know how everyone else feels, I can only talk for myself, but I got to a point where it didn't feel like I was looking at people, even though that's who I followed, because it just looked like a brand ad after a brand ad after, you know, this person, you can tell that they're face-tuned in Photoshop. If that's what you want to do, you know, more power to you, but I don't feel like they're people anymore. And then it's hard for me to remember that people are saying these bad things and they are a person. And I don't know, like, what experience you have with it. I'm sure a lot being on social media.
Yeah, it's, you know, the words that you say and the messages that you carry out are very important. You know, having a father that's an attorney, he taught me the power of every single word and word choice.
Oh.
And that's very important in terms of whole communication, is that what you say and what you mean. So that's why every single word and every single, you know, nuance has been well thought out by me, and I let the producers and co-songwriters know that, so that they can operate on that wavelength.
Yeah. Because one wrong word can really change your entire message.
Well, yeah, like I hear, like, I don't knock on creativity, but what I've been hearing lately in music is just it's just like they just put something together like too quickly without any sort of, you know, pretense or anything like that. Like there's no like longevity factor to it, which is,
they just want to pump them out fast.
And that's the machine.
Yeah.
So, but I just want to be that ray of light in that aspect.
I love that.
So.
And I think you 100% are, because your songs are the music that,
thank you.
if I look up the lyrics, and you've talked about what inspires you for some of them, you can look at the lyrics and be like, oh, I see this. I understand how you got this from that, or at least I can kind of see the wavelength. I'll never truly understand it, but I can see the message behind the songs, like the Breaking the Wheel song. That I love. You did an interview about that one, and I love that. And if you want to talk about it, tell us about it, because it was amazing.
Yeah, so that whole song came to be because in watching Game of Thrones, really? Daenerys Targaryen, she said, I want to break the wheel. Like, she wanted to. Now, given that she, like, scorched the whole, city, that's not my style, but okay,
Underground style, it's fine.
Underground, I'm like, I'll just do it with my eyes. I'll give you blue steel.
There you go.
But when she said I'm gonna break the wheel, because she was really like an advocate of who should, or who of what sort of principles would be best in ruling that certain kingdom, and she saw a lot of the corruption that was going on, and she wanted to change that. Now, given the fact that she took it, personally, I learned from that. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. But
don't go crazy and kill everyone.
So, but that's why I as soon as she said that, I was like, oh. May I, please? Thank you.
Just snatch that right out of there.
I was like, oh, thank you. So that's
that's so funny.
And then I have these hats right here. I'm gonna do a little bit of plugging right now.
Please, I wanted to talk about those because I love those hats.
So in Breaking the Wheel, the catch line is so over it, and aren't we so over a lot of things right now?
Yes.
So
I'm so over all of this.
That's why. Just let me do what I do, okay?
I love that. And where can they get the merch?
On my website, kendraerica.com.
Yes, and there's a little merch tab. I went into it. I'm so excited to get one because I told you I just saw them today. I love the so over. I love that it's that hint of 90s that we were talking about, the like so over it, talk to the hand type thing. I love that it's the catchers in the song. And I love that it has your name on the back. So it's very obviously like Kendra Erica.
Yeah.
So might be ordering one of those.
Yes. That's Erica with 1K.
Is there people who spell it with 2 Ks? That would be amazing.
I've had people spell it with a C, and I'm just like, how can that come up on the social,
people are just
on
like,
Google?
Yeah.
Like SEO, we're talking SEO, people. Like,
Google's just like, no, we get it. It's fine. You're wrong. We got this.
We got this.
But that's so awesome. And what are you planning to do coming up, or are you just trying to go with it for the COVID?
I mean, as much as I want to be like, let's just go against the grain.
With those songs.
Yeah, it's all I can do right now is just create and do more creating, and do more thinking and do more pontificating and everything like that. But I have more collaborations set up. Now knowing that Las Vegas is opening up now, I'll be shooting a couple videos in the next 2 months. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's really exciting.
Yeah, and I'm like, thank you, Vegas, for opening up your wonderful, desert oasis for me.
I am so excited about that. And I'm really, really excited for when this all ends and we just get a blast of all of your new content. Because I was telling you before, I love your album covers besides your songs, obviously being art, I love your album covers because you are a straight model on them. You are so gorgeous. I told you I wanted one on a sweatshirt. I'm going to print one out, iron it on there. So to get what I'm hoping is going to be that big blast of content is going to be absolutely amazing. And it's like you said, it's that bright light at the end of all the darkness and the bit of confusion that we have right now. It's something we can look forward to.
It's gonna be like day glow, a bunch of paints.
You know what?
It's gonna look like that.
I want that. We should do a music festival. I know Freddie told you we had that whole thing. I want to do a Kendra Erica music festival. That would be so cool. I want them to write that down. Talk to Freddie about that.
Noted.
But awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on. And
of course.
guys, be sure, kendraerica.com. Go to the merch. Get the hat. Get the songs. Where can they find your songs?
Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Yeah, just
anything you can
all
think
of it. Any, like, anywhere. You can find it at your local supermarket.
Yeah. Like a little CVS. Just go to the Kendra Erica aisle. It's perfect. Every store coming to you. Awesome. Thank you so much again. I'm so excited to have had you on. And like I said, I've been fangirling this whole time because now that I'm like, I've known you for a while, but we've seen each other kind of in passing. We haven't got to have like a real conversation.
When this is all over, I'll give you a teddy bear hug.
That's all I want. That's going to be on my Instagram. That's going to be like my biggest post is like, I got to hug Kendra Erica. Ha. But we were well while doing it, and it was after all of this because I'm not risking her health. So thank you so much, and thank you guys so much. Be sure to tune in. What day is it even? It's Wednesday. Be sure to tune in on Friday so we can get another fun interview coming. And I don't know what we're going to have on Friday. I'm kind of excited. It's going to be a little bit of a surprise. So I'll see you guys then. Every day is a wild card on here. It's like the day before. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. But thank you guys, and have such a great day.